What's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Flawless Fantasy Football. It's your boy AB Jr. in the house. Back, just a spit game. Holler at you guys. Just a little checkup. I got to check up on my road dogs, right? Hope everybody's straight and in good health, man. I just wanted to do a little fellowship in the night, drop a little content, and actually talk about you something kind of near and dear to my heart towards the end of the video, but we'll talk about that later. So, but yeah, man, we'll see. Let's catch up on a little bit of what's popping in the NFL. You know, I'm feeling in a good mood right now. I'm in a nice space mentally. So, man, let's just get to the content, man. What's the deal with Lamar Jackson, man? What's the deal? Everybody tripping on Lamar. You know, it's like, there's been some fire memes out. Been some fire memes out for Lamar. But I don't think they're going to pay him. You know, they're going to probably like franchise him or something like that, right? They're going to franchise him and he's going to lose a whole bunch of money if he don't get out there and play and if he don't practice. But it's been some drama going on, man. Come on, man. Look, just like we said it last year, like I said it last year, when you have these standoffs against these owners, you standing off against one, you're standing off against all of them. All of them. But here's the thing, too. You know, I'm kind of one of these guys. You already know what time of day it is. If it might just be orchestrated. Now, I know nobody won't want to, oh, no. It's just another way how the NFL keep their name in people's mouths. You know what I'm saying? They have to have something to talk about. You know, I guess people kind of tired of talking about the whole Aaron Rodgers thing. But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, the dude's going to have to play somewhere. You know, people are talking about he might end up playing for the Patriots and stuff like that. I don't see that. If anything, he's going to be playing with Baltimore. He might play with Tennessee. I can see him doing that because old boy Tannehill over there is long in the tooth. So it's kind of time for a change over there. And I don't think they're sold on that other mobile quarterback over there. So, you know, they say the odds, just some odds that are out. Where basically Lamar Jackson, like where they have Texans is like plus 400, Minnesota Vikings. I definitely don't see Minnesota Vikings. I know you guys don't want to hear this, but I put my flawless fantasy football platform on the line that he would not go to no Minnesota this year. They got Kirk Cousins over there with this, you know, quote unquote one of the best receivers in the NFL. And you got to bring Lamar over? Not going to freaking happen. That's a stupid line, I think. And then they got Baltimore at 500, and they got the Patriots at 500. It's a chance with the Patriots, but, man, he picked Mac Jones for a reason. You know, I can't stand when they just be saying stupid stuff, just to throw stuff out there. I can see Tannehill, or he's staying with freaking Baltimore. But we'll see. We shall see. Those are just team odds. I want to share that with you guys. You guys did you guys see I think I put it up on the community tab where breaking news. It was breaking news that Lamar Jackson signed with the Kansas City Chiefs, and they had him and his number like taking a handoff from Patrick Mahomes. I thought it was funny, you know. So I put it on the community tab. I don't know how many of y'all saw it, but yeah, you know. But hey, man, don't sweat it. He will be playing this year. Depends on where he's playing. But I wish him the best. But they're obviously like in a cahoots against them, you know. Let me tell you something what Falcons owner Arthur Blank said. There's no question Lamar Jackson is one of the top QBs in the league. Looking at it objectively, there is some concern about whether or not he can play his style of game for how long that can last. Hopefully a long time. But he's missed 5-6 games in each of the last 2 years. I'm like, come on, Arthur Blank. For one thing, you're the person that just want to run the ball all the time. So hell, he might help your damn team. But you know, obviously they had their quarterback cut up future, at least near future over there in Atlanta. But it just, you know, they're gonna say negative stuff. And they're gonna stick together. You know, you gotta think a lot of those games that he missed, hell, he was kinda, you know, making sure he didn't play because he didn't want to hurt himself. You know, then he'd be screwed. So I don't appreciate them holding that position over him, knowing they were already, playing chess against each other last year, unfortunately. So, and then they had this whole thing come out where the NFL sent out a memo saying that Ken Francis, some guy named Ken Francis, that was like acting as an agent or something like that, but he's not certified because Lamar doesn't have an agent, and that he isn't able to negotiate for Lamar and stuff. But Lamar quickly denied it, and sent out a message and said that's not true, that guy did not try to go out and negotiate for him. And again, who is everybody going to believe? Who is the consensus the masses going to believe? Are they going to believe what NFL owners say or what Lamar says? They're going to believe what the organizations say, because guess what? They're going to believe the news outlets, not the person that's trying to get some money, But to finish up on Lamar, it's like this, man. Fellas, it's crazy to me because I understand, but it's still crazy to me because it's like he don't want to do an agent, and okay, that's fine and dandy, but you're trying to have one of these big old contracts or a nice sign contract that actually means something. Man, sometimes you just got to go get an agent. Get an official person. Because I'm going to tell you how they feel. They feel like, who the hell do you think you are, can negotiate with us about all this money and don't have an agent? It's almost like a pride thing with the NFL owners. Trust me, I feel that way because it's like if you go into a courtroom, right, and you're going in there for a divorce or something like that, or some type of custodial thing, and they got an attorney, but then you feel like you can represent yourself. It's like you might be able to do a little something, but you don't understand the formalities, and you're really disrespecting the court. Not that many people I've seen have taken that route, trying to be cute or trying to be frugal, if you will. It usually don't turn out beneficial. So Lamar come on, man. Everybody else paying if you're going to get this type of contract, dude, get yourself an agent. That'll be my advice to Lamar Jackson. Get past it. All right, next on, let's move along to Mrs. Karen Rodgers. Yes, Karen Rodgers, a.k.a. Ron. As we see here, it's like, look, man, nothing's happened with him yet. I have a different take on Karen Rodgers, though. First, it was looking like he was going to go over to the Jets, right? But then I started thinking. He said he wanted to go. Now the Jets is like, whoa, man, I don't know, man. You're like 90% retired, and they getting cold feet. And I don't blame them. Man, get yourself a damn quarterback, Jets. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that you're not going to swing and miss twice, are you? I would try to do that. Everything else, you don't want to bring that prima donna over to the team. You're not going to win anyway next year, so you might as well build for the future with an already sound team. But I started thinking, I'm like, which one was more valuable to him? Lazard or Aaron Jones? It feels like smoke to me now. Now I'm like 70%. When everybody else is saying that Aaron Rodgers is going to leave, I feel like there's 70% chance that he's going to stay. Yes, there's some weapons over there. Yes, Lazard's over there. Yes, Garrett's over there. Never thrown a pass to Garrett, even though Garrett's, we didn't anticipate him being elite. But I don't know. I just don't know. It feels 50-50, but I'm going to go ahead and say 70 because it's tough. But it can that 30%, that 30% can jump up. But at the end of the day, Karen Rodgers needs to keep his mouth closed, make a decision. And for as far as that, we're moving on. We're done talking about her. All right? Hey, check this out. I just heard this from my boy Chan. He had told me, so then I did a little bit of research and I saw it. Calvin Ridley. It's going to be the first person. He's going to don the number 0 this year in Jacksonville. And as you can see from the meme, check out the meme, guys. The meme says, Calvin Ridley would be the first NFL player to wear the number 0, which represents his DraftKings balance. I'm going to tell you, when I saw that, I started rolling. I'm like, they won't let the man live, man. Look, Calvin Ridley should be a beast. Kirk should be fine over there. They got the tight end. I'm trying to tell you, Trevor Lawrence should be I wouldn't be surprised if he's like a top 5 quarterback this year, because he should be progressing. But yeah, the Calvin Ridley, they clowning Calvin Ridley with the 0 on there, and they're gonna find a way to make a meme out you. So good luck to Calvin Ridley this year and Jacksonville. As for me, because I will be sliding up the road up to Jacksonville and at least watching 3 games up there. So I'll be very happy. Let's move on to my beloved Niners. Hey, check it out, guys. You see them already here, right? And you see them. I got my little, my chain on. And I know you guys been like, damn, he still got those balloons up? I got that balloon and I got another small balloon. I don't know what type of industrial grade helium they put in those freaking balloons, but that thing is going strong ever since the Super Bowl. That's wild. And it's like, I think it'll freaking last another month. That is crazy. That thing's like, what, 2 months? Almost 2 months old. I don't know what they put in there, but that's some top-notch helium, man. Top-notch from Party City. You don't want to freaking inhale none of that stuff. All right, moving on. Let's talk about my Niners. Mr. John Lynch said that the leader in the clubhouse, first he said that it was going to be a competition. He said it's going to be a QB competition between Trey Lance, Sam Darnold, and Brock Purdy. But they're saying Purdy might not be ready, but but now he just totally flipped and said Purdy is the leader. It's Purdy's job. I just think they're done with. I think they're going to try to let them battle it out, Trey Lance and Sam Darnold, to see who's going to be backup. I don't think. It should be Trey Lance, because you want to go for upside. And we already know what Donald is, right? I don't see. Donald reminds me of he might be better than this guy, which probably is, but he reminds me of a Jim Druckenmiller. You guys ever heard of him? Jim Druckenmiller. I'm sure maybe only 1 or 2 of you guys probably heard of Jim Druckenmiller. He was a quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers. I think it was maybe in the 90s or early 2000s or something like that. We were going through all those bum quarterbacks, man. Tim Rattay and stuff like that. After I think it's a little bit after Jeff Garcia, man, we were freaking going through it, man. So he reminds me of a Jim Druckenmiller as far as his stature and stuff like that. But I don't think he's worth it. Sam Darnold. No, I still like Trey Lance better than him. So we'll see what happens, but I'm happy for Purdy. I don't think he was ever hurt, but hey, man, that's just me. Y'all know what's up in here. I use my brain housing group, and I just don't believe what people are telling me. So, but Brock Purdy, man, he showed me a lot. I loved his poise. I loved his gumption. He was mobile, but he ain't got to be fast. He's elusive like that in the pocket. He got a gun. He has that mentality. I want me some Brock Purdy. Pause. Moving on. Let's go to Sean Payton. Now, Sean Payton, new head coach of Denver Broncos, obviously. He's basically, the rumors were up that were going on saying that, hey, they're going to trade, Judy and Sutton. So he came out and said, we're not going to be, we're not trading those 2 players. And there's a little bit of wordplay in there, because some people tend to think that he might trade one because he says he's not trading those 2 players. Which is kind of true. You got to watch out how they say that. But I don't. If anything, you're getting rid of Sutton, because Sutton's old and washed. He's capped out. Man, but Judy has the upside, and if he stays healthy with a scheme, in a scheme like Peyton's gonna put out there, I just believe that he's gonna be the number 1 there. I really like him for next year if he's healthy, and I believe Russell's gonna have a better year with the offensive system, and the running back situation is gonna be shaky. I really like him and the tight end to be productive, Judy and the tight end to be the most in the receiving game next year for Denver. But yeah, so, because they also have, so it'll be like Judy, Sutton, and Tim Patrick, because I love Tim Patrick before he got hurt last year. Man, I love me some Tim Patrick. But we got to see how he recovers coming off of his ACL injury. So we'll see what's happening. Let's move forward. Now we... Listen, guys, and I saw this and I was like, it don't scare me. It doesn't scare me at all. And when I say that, I am talking about Mr. DJ Chark. Mr. DJ Chark, he coming over, and now he's gonna. How can I put this? I heard people saying that DJ Chark's gonna be the number one in Carolina. DJ Chark would not be the number one in Carolina. Okay, he won't be the number one in Carolina. We already know who's going to be the number one in Carolina. Who? Who's going to be the number one in Carolina, guys? In Panthers wide receiver core. I know you guys just didn't say Adam Thielen because you know how I feel about that. Don't make me jump through the lens of this camera. That's right. Terrace Marshall Jr. Say it with me. Terrace Marshall Jr. will be the number one. DJ Chark's not even healthy. He'll probably be a shell of himself. We've seen the best years of him. And guess what? I don't mind somebody else being over there that can actually run because Thielen probably won't even make it through a freaking third of the freaking season. And he's washed. So I would like for another guy to be over there. Terrace Marshall Jr. I don't want to hear this other stuff. Guess what? When people be like, oh man, Terrace Marshall, you're going to be like, hey, shut the hell up. Flawless said it freaking in March. Got rid of that. I don't want to say cancer in DJ Moore, but we know what DJ Moore is. But I hope the best for him, but he's going to be up and down too. But even though he'll have a good year. But we ain't talking about him. I just don't want y'all to get scared of DJ Chark, okay? The coach, Frank Wright, actually said that he was looking for a downfield threat. You know what I'm saying? And he liked him for a while. Okay, cool and dandy. And that tells me that, hey, he's going to be out there running 9 routes the whole time through. Oh, no, the ball not coming. It's going to Terrace Marshall. Oh, no, it's going to Terrace Marshall. That's what he's going to be doing. Opening up that field, and Terrace Marshall's going to be getting them 149 targets a year, if not more. They're going to have a rookie quarterback, too, so for the draft. Terrace Marshall Jr., he's the future there. He's the future there. You can have the value you're going to get on him in the drafts is great. That's why I'm so glad they brought these other pieces over. All right, so that's pretty much it, guys. We're gonna mention Zeke. Yes, we will talk about Zeke. You know what? We'll only mention it because this. You know, of course, he said he dropped his teams down, finalized his teams to 3 teams, but he mentioned the Jets. Well, guess what? Mr. Breece Hall did not take too kindly to that, and he actually went on social and sent out a tweet, and he said, "Nah, we're good. I'm gonna show it to you on the screen. Breece Hall to Zeke. I think we good over here at 8K Mike. How about you?" And 8K Mike, 8K Mike is basically that's on Michael Carter's handle. So he's like, "I think we good over here." So he was basically like, "Nah, we don't need him over here, nor want him." So they don't want to upset Breece Hall, so he ain't going there. And Cincinnati has Mixon. Unless they decide to move on from Mixon. I don't see him going there, though. I just don't see him going there. Not especially when they got rid of Perine. I just don't see that happening. And here's the thing. Zeke want to go to these teams. I don't mean that those teams want Zeke. I don't know who the hell he think he is. Like, your main team just let you go. What make you think you get to call some freaking shots? So... I think he'll land somewhere, but I don't know what what make him think he can call the shots, So, but yeah, that's the deal there, guys. That's all I have for now. I appreciate you guys for watching. Remember to make sure you like the video, and hell, if if when you had a video, if you not playing against someone, feel free to share the video too. That help with the algorithms and stuff. Even if you like sharing it with, let's say if you share it with a brother or something, somebody that you're not playing it with, playing fantasy with. 'Cause I know how that get. You don't want to be sharing, your content with people that you're playing against. But I get that. So it is what it is. But I'm really not much as concerned about that as I am this. I wanted to let you guys know on a personal note. Some of you guys can tell by how I talk in certain times when I digress and certain things that I actually truly am passionate about personally as a person. To give you a little quick synopsis, which you guys probably already know, I'm like 46 years old. I have 3 sons, right? 26, 20, and a 9-year-old. which y'all have seen before. I have 2 adult sons, okay? And I was married from the age 19 through 29. High school sweetheart. We both got married at 19 years old. And, we got divorced at 29. We lasted 10 years, okay? And I went through some things in my childhood that made me truly, decide at a young age of 10 and 11 years old that I was never going to live without my children. You know what I'm saying? And I was going to be in a position to not raise my kids. I went through a bad stepdad situation and just a lot of, turmoil. Not the fact that I was sexually abused and stuff like that. None of that never happened. But I had my childhood stripped away from me. I just lived a life in which I shouldn't have. But maybe that all happened for a purpose. Who knows? I believe it did based on my experiences in growing. I got divorced. I initiated a divorce, from my wife, then wife, and positioned myself to where I was the primary caregiver, residential parent for my 2 older sons that were age 8 and 3 at the time. So I was in 2006 when I got a divorce. I was 29 years old, and I was raising by myself an 8-year-old boy and 3-year-old boy. Well, 2 boys, ages 8 and 3, my 2 older boys at the time. And it was an adjustment, okay? It was an adjustment. I got used to it. It became like clockwork over time. Their mom had visitations. She was an every other weekend parent. She got them 4 days a month, I made sure I was a staple. My sons are growing up, has, prosperous, both of them have prosperous careers. My 20-year-old, he works up in Virginia as a pipe fitter and a welder up at the shipyards up there in Huntington Ingalls and stuff, working on naval ships. And my oldest son, he has a, prosperous career as well, So I got some men out there, so I'm happy about that. And I got my 9-year-old. My 9-year-old come from my next relationship after, 5 years after my divorce, 5 or 6 years. And me and his mom had a relationship. And at the end of the day, we had a son, and that relationship didn't last. But because of my knowledge from knowing how to position myself as a father, making sure that this country, this country has, I'm sure you guys know, this country has a severe epidemic of, fatherless families, It's not fair in the courts for fathers, and definitely in the court systems and stuff like that. And, they favor the mother a lot and stuff like that, even if the mother's a piece of crap. Even though that's not all mothers, but I'm just saying, even if she is, she still have a leg up on a good father. But it was always been my passion and things I try to tell people and teach people, assist people in who I touch, maybe through Facebook or people personally through my life, and what I really wanted to do that I had a passion for. And that was to be able to teach men and be able to share the wisdom I have, far as making sure men didn't fall short and didn't get caught up in the crossfires of breakups and divorces and getting the crappy end of the stick. And I'm sharing that. And I made another YouTube platform in which it's called Flawless Fatherhood, in which I am going to be advocating for people to come to the platform, and I'll be able to share my wisdom with them and be able to help them, fathers and future fathers, be able to help them gain knowledge to where if something happens to them in their relationship or in their marriage, to where they don't get finessed off these streets and tricked out of their kids' lives. Because when that happens, these men become broken. Not only do they lose their money and their assets and things they worked their whole life for, they lose their children as well. And I don't like that for good fathers. With deadbeats, fine. But I've seen too many good fathers get beat by the system. So I'm saying all that to say this. I have a new platform out. It won't take away from fantasy football, all right? Even in the main season, it won't take away from it, because I got an obligation to you guys to make sure you get some flawless championships out there. So don't worry about that. But straight up, if you guys, I never asked anything from you guys. I never asked for, this type of stuff and trying to get cash apps and stuff like that from you. But if you had it in you to where if you care about me personally enough, I would like you to be able to support that platform. And because, listen, even if it may not benefit you per se. It may benefit someone that you may know. So I would like you to check out that platform. Actually, what I'll do, I made a mission statement last night that I actually uploaded this morning. I'll put that mission statement, which is my first and only video on that platform. I'm gonna pin that to the top comments in this particular video, and I'd appreciate you guys. It's not that long, and it'll give you more of an insight about me. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? How about if you just watch that video, and if you feel led or you feel it in your spirit to support me that way, I'd appreciate if you subscribe to that and also support that platform. And remember, people that may actually require the information, that critical information that I have and wisdom that I'm trying to pass down, so you can possibly help someone. So if you guys could check out that video, I'd greatly appreciate it. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. That's why I saved it towards the end, and I let you guys know I was going to talk about something close and personal. I appreciate you guys. Not only for this video, I appreciate you for all your time, and let's make it happen. I appreciate you in advance. Let me know what you think about the video. If you subscribe, let me know in the comments. Flawless, I'm here, and say you obviously I'll see your tag, but flawless, I'm here for you, or say what you think about the video. So that'll let me know that that you actually subscribed. Because the channel's kind of new, so I can't see actually who subscribed yet. But I appreciate you guys, and if you could do that, thank you very much, and it'll mean a lot to me. Flawless Fantasy Football, where you hear what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, and also Flawless Fatherhood. Thanks a lot. Check it out. It's in the pinned comments. Thanks.